if you are a grifter slayer or a scam exposer who goes after scams and frauds and liars and crooks on the internet, you put yourself in a ridiculous amount of risk and a ridiculous amount of danger every single day that you do this work that the few of us decide to do in this space. And that couldn't be more apparent than it is right now, given the fact that one of the biggest scam exposers in the crypto space, his name is ZachXBT, is currently being sued, which is crazy because this is somebody who nobody even knows his real identity, at least until now. Now we do. But before, nobody even knew who this guy was. Like, you didn't know what he looked like. You didn't know his real name. You didn't know where this guy lived. This guy literally did everything he could to protect his identity because he knows that when you go after scams and frauds and liars, unfortunately, what you're doing is, yes, we're going after bad people and white collar criminals. However, the other unspoken fact that people don't talk about is we're also going after rich people. And what does this country, America, do? The laws are written in a way that significantly benefit and protect rich people. And they are ridiculously leveraged in a way where rich people can use their wealth and their power to destroy you, shut you up, or just downright ruin your life. And that is what we are seeing right now with ZachXBT. And it's really unfortunate for those who don't know, ZachXBT, I'll pull it up right here. He's got 400,000 followers on Twitter. He is literally like the Coffeezilla of the Twitter space. And it's just really unfortunate what's happening to him. So he is currently being sued by some crybaby. You guys know how it goes. When you go after these people, you can easily become a victim of their wrath. And by that, I mean their wealth and power. They can use it to go after you if they want. I've said this plenty of times. I mean, look at what's happening with Spencer Cornelia. Spencer Cornelia is being sued by a fake guru right now. Like, some crybaby who got upset that Spencer made a video about him literally sued this guy, and Spencer's spent $300,000 just to defend himself, and the case still isn't even over. Now ZachXBT is in the same boat. So let's just go ahead and read kind of what's going on. So it says here, ZachXBT says, it's unfortunate. Matter of fact, let's go to the other tweet. Let's go to the crybaby that sued him. So this is the guy's name. He said a year ago, ZachXBT published a Medium article about me that damaged my reputation. Today, I have filed a defamation lawsuit against him in the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas. Then he says here, let's make the tweet bigger. There we go. I have consistently maintained that the allegations in his article are false. I look forward to proving through the lawsuit that ZachXBT unlawfully defamed me. This is absolutely disgusting. And you guys, I would say you guys should be really thankful. I'm not going to say to me because that's cringe, but I think you guys should be really thankful to the few people who have the courage to do this type of work, because it really comes with a lot of risk. And unfortunately, more likely than not, if you get big enough or you make enough of a splash or you have enough influence or, people start to take notice and they start to respond when you start exposing these people for what they do, eventually they will go after you. Me and Strongman haven't been sued, thank God. Chris Norland hasn't been sued. And I think the main reason why we haven't been sued is simply because we're not big enough. That is really what I believe. I think once you get big enough, you open yourself up to a lot of danger. The only person that I think might be safe is Coffeezilla, but I'm not even 100% sure about that, because as big as he is and as much goodwill as he's built up, and obviously if he ever made a GoFundMe, a lot of people would donate, he's just going after some really powerful people. So you just never know. You just never freaking know. You're dealing with people with crazy egos, a lot of money, a lot of power, and people who just think that they can do whatever they want and honestly are just awful human beings. When you're dealing with a criminal or an awful human being, they will do everything in their power to stop you. Because at the end of the day, when you go after these fake gurus and these grifters and these scammers and these frauds and these liars, you're ruining their business. They are in the business of scamming people. So when you attack their scam or expose their scam, you're also attacking and exposing their business. And they're going to fight tooth and nail to protect that business. And that's what you're seeing here. Let's go ahead and read ZachXBT's tweet thread. He said, it's unfortunate I have to make this thread, but I am being sued by Mackay Big Brother. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Or Maki, I don't know, for an article, Machi Big Brother, for an article I published in June 2022. Today, Machi filed the defamation lawsuit The lawsuit is baseless and an attempt to chill free speech. I intend to fight back and defend free speech. And then he says, we'll go ahead and enlarge it. This is a classic David and Goliath story. My understanding is that Machi is very wealthy. I am not. Oh, yeah. If he's listen, anybody that's suing you, anybody that is that petty to sue you has money. Trust me. Suing somebody costs a lot of money. Not only does it cost a lot of money to the person who's being sued, because you're going to have to spend money to defend yourself, the person who's suing you is absolutely going to have to spend a lot of their own money to pay for the lawyers to do all the filing and the paperwork and to serve you and all that stuff for the lawsuit. So yeah, there's no doubt about it. If somebody's suing you, they have money, because only rich people sue. That's it. Broke people don't sue because they don't have anything. Only rich people sue. My understanding is that Machi is very wealthy. I am not. He is using his money to try and silence me. I'm asking for your help so this doesn't happen and the truth survives. I am creating a donation address to assist with legal costs associated with the defense of this matter, which could easily exceed $1 million USD. I highly doubt this lawsuit is going to exceed $1 million. That would be absolutely insane. And if that did happen, you, sir, are getting finessed by your lawyers. I don't think it's going to cost that much. It's probably going to be 100, 200K, maybe lower. I don't know. It depends on how long it drags on, but it ain't going to be no dang $1 million. All leftover funds will be returned on a pro rata basis to contributors. He's got the wallet address. Then he says, it is sickening to see it come to this, but I knew one day this would happen, as the price of telling the truth is sometimes people dislike what you say. Oh, no. It goes deeper than that, Zach. The price of telling the truth goes deeper than sometimes people dislike what you say. No, the price of telling the truth in some instances could actually be your life. I mean, look at some of these whistleblowers and some of these truth tellers you've seen throughout the years who have exposed different things that our United States government has done, or other governments around the world, or other organizations. Yeah, no, this stuff is so real. When you get into this kind of work, your life could be in danger. Your livelihood could be in danger. Your life could be in danger. Your financial well-being, all of that. It's really sad. I have always kept my research as objective as possible and let the data and historical records speak for themselves. A copy of the article at issue can be found below if you are unfamiliar and wish to give it a read. Very interesting. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and read the actual complaint. So here's the lawsuit right here, folks. This is the paperwork. So it's Jeffrey Huang, pretty sure that's how you say it, versus Zachary Woke, which is ZachXBT. That is his real name. His real name is Zachary Woke, which I didn't know. Interesting. But I guess it makes sense now. ZachXBT. His real name is Zach. So there you go. So plaintiff by his attorneys brings action against blah, blah, blah. Here's the introduction. The case is about holding the defendant, a self-proclaimed internet sleuth, accountable for publishing and maliciously promoting an article that falsely presented plaintiff as a criminal that had embezzled millions of dollars of cryptocurrency and manipulated markets. Upon information and belief, defendant does not maintain any meaningful employment to fund his activities and lifestyle. Instead, he solicits purported donations from his readers for financial support and publishes the results of his purported investigations on his Twitter account, as well as other online platforms such as medium.com. This is interesting. So what this lawsuit is saying is that this guy does not have a job. That's what they're saying. They're saying that Zachary Woke, aka ZachXBT, doesn't even have a job. Basically, he exposes scams for a living, and he depends on people giving him donations in order to fund his lifestyle. I have no idea how true that is, but that's what the lawsuit is saying. As relevant here in or around June 2022, defendant published an article on medium.com with the headline that the plaintiff contends falsely accusing him of embezzling 22,000 ETH, an amount of cryptocurrency, Ethereum equivalent to tens of millions of dollars of U.S. currency. As the date of the following headline continues to appear on medium.com. Blah, 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 libel, slander, blah, blah, blah. Defendant immediately doubled down on accusing plaintiff of criminal conduct, specifically stating that Jeffrey Wang, known online. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So this just goes into what the Medium article does and how he feels he was defamed and, oh my God, they're slandering me and blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Making matters worse, despite repeated good faith efforts to persuade defendant to retract the false statements and take down the article, defendant refused to do so. Indeed, as of the date of this filing, the defamatory article remains accessible both on Twitter and on Medium and continues to inflict serious reputational and monetary harm on a plaintiff. See, here's where it gets interesting because in my personal opinion, this is just my opinion. You guys don't have to agree, but I really think this. If somebody with a lot more money than you, because this is normally what happens, by the way. Most people don't just sue. First, they'll reach out to you and they'll be like, hey, can you take this down? This is defaming me. I would like for you to take this down. If you don't do that, then they'll send you a cease and desist. I've even heard instances, and this isn't me. I've never had an offer like this, but I've heard of this from other people behind the scenes that I talk to. Because you guys know I talk to a lot of big YouTubers behind the scenes. Who we just have conversations because, YouTube is a very small space, especially YouTube finance. And I've talked to people who used to do this type of work, and they told me that there's even been instances where a fake guru will offer them like a few $1,000s and just say, hey, dude, how about this? I'll pay you $5,000. You take this down and you just never talk about me again. How about that? I've heard stories like that. Like, that's a real thing. As a matter of fact, shout out to Pocket Watcher with JT. Pocket Watcher with JT made a video where he said that Earn Your Leisure actually offered him money to take his video down. So it absolutely happens, But yeah. So yeah, this is what they're alleging here. He's alleging here, the guy that's suing ZachXBT, he is alleging that he tried to get him to take the video down. He said, hey, dude, just take it down. You're defaming me. I don't like it. ZachXBT refused to do so. And now he's suing him. And I just want to say, no matter how much of a badass you think you are, in my personal opinion, unless you're Coffeezilla, which Coffeezilla has so much... He has such a huge following. He's got 2.5 million subscribers now. He has such a huge following. He gets millions of views per video. God knows what powerful people he has behind the scenes that are willing to help him. He was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's a cool guy. I feel like Joe Rogan's one of those cool guys where if Coffeezilla reached out to Joe Rogan and said, hey, dude, this is happening to me, I guarantee Joe Rogan will help him because Joe Rogan's just that good of a person in my opinion. I think Joe Rogan is one of those really down-to-earth cool guys. So my bottom line is, unless you're like Coffeezilla, and you have that type of support, I think if you get emails like this on the side, even if you know that person's a scammer, I still think it's in your best interest to just take the video down. Just listen to what they say because it's not worth the lawsuit and it's going to be really hard for you to be able to raise money. Matter of fact, let me go check out Spencer Cornelia. Here, we'll do that. Let's go look at Spencer Cornelia. Let's go look. Let's see how much money Spencer has raised. Let's go see. I want to see if I can find his GoFundMe. Last time I checked, I don't think he raised a ridiculous amount, but we'll just go ahead and find out because I'm going somewhere here. I want to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about here. So this is the GoFundMe. Okay, look. He hasn't even raised his $50,000 goal. See? So Spencer Cornelia said he's being sued. He started a GoFundMe and he said he needs $50,000. He didn't even get that. He raised $25,000 and Spencer Cornelia has 500,000 subscribers. He's got 489,000 subscribers. So what's my point in this? Well, my point is it's going to be really hard unless you're Coffeezilla to get the support or the financial means to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? So in my personal opinion, I just don't think it's worth the headache. If you've already exposed the fake guru and your audience has already seen it and they know what's up and the person comes and says, hey, take that down or I'm going to sue you, just take it down. That's my honest opinion. Because what we're seeing here, guys, is we are seeing a clear attack against grifter slayers and scam busters in the finance space. I mean, for crying out loud, look at Spencer Cornelia. Pocket Watcher with JT has had numerous cease and desist, and he's had threats before. I got threatened to be sued by me, Kevin. Strongman Personal Finance has been threatened to be sued. Scott Schaefer got threatened to be sued before. Yep. I mean, it just happens. It's really a thing. It's scary, but we're really being attacked here. As alleged in greater detail below, defendant continues to stand by his defamatory statements against plaintiff, presumably due to the additional attention he's garnered from false claims, notwithstanding that he corrected the record for another individual that he wrongly accused of misconduct, blah, blah, blah. Jurisdiction and venue. This is crazy because ZachXBT has officially been doxxed. Now we have his real name because of this lawsuit. It really sucks. Okay, so now we're getting into defendant's interest. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that we need to see. So yeah, I guess this is it. Basically, ZachXBT is being sued for defamation. And yeah, it's really crazy. So overall, guys, okay, here we go. These are the counts. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for the counts. Count 1, libel. Count 2, libel. Okay, so libel again. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, it's not slander because libel is like written defamation. Okay, I get it. So that's why it's libel and not slander. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. All I can say is I wish ZachXBT the best. I would absolutely donate to his fund if he had to GoFundMe. I'm not donating in crypto because, yeah, that's just not my thing. I don't even understand crypto enough to even do that, to be honest with you. Like, that's not my thing. I transferred money to crypto. I transferred crypto to somebody one time, and it was my dad. Like, that's the only time I've ever transferred crypto in my life. Like, so I'm going to need ZachXBT to have some sort of GoFundMe too. But anyway, honestly, this is a very serious situation though, because the grifter slayers, the people who do the good work that we do in this space, unfortunately are being targeted. You could clearly see it. Clearly, we're not safe in this space, and it's unfortunate. And so I think that when things like this happen, I actually think that him raising money is a very smart idea. I think that's what you should do. That's really what I think. I think with us grifter slayers, I think if you get sued, you should try to raise money. Because you got to defend yourself. Like, if you don't, you're literally going to go bankrupt trying to defend yourself. Like, I need you guys to understand this. Anybody who's rich can ruin your life at any time. It's a fact. Like, they can't, even if they're in the wrong, even if they're suing you for something that's absolute BS, it doesn't matter. If you go after rich people, they can just ruin your life just because. It doesn't even have to be within the confines of the law. It doesn't even have to be a justified lawsuit. They can literally just file the paperwork and sue you for anything, and your life will be ruined. You got to figure out a way to come up with $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. And it's absolutely disgusting and despicable because there's a lot of scammers and frauds out here that are doing a lot of harm to people, and we need more protections for people in this space who are going after these guys and doing that good work and that good justice of bringing it to light, because unfortunately, scammers ruin people's lives. They take their money, they fraudulently mislead them and grift them and trick them. And, fraudsters have ruined a lot of lives over the years. And you can't just depend on the United States government to go after these people, because the United States government is very biased. They only go after people that they know for a fact they can convict, because the United States government does not want to lose cases, because they think that when they lose cases, it makes them look bad. That's why a lot of these grifters go out scot-free and do whatever the heck they want, and have been doing whatever the heck they want for years and haven't gotten in any trouble. You cannot depend on the United States government. You need actual regular citizens to go out here and do the work. And yeah. I think that's all I got to say, guys. This is absolutely unfortunate. ZachXBT, you have my utmost respect, sir. I've been following your work for a while. I think I followed you on Twitter in like 2021 or something like that. I absolutely love the work that you do, and I appreciate you, and I really hope that you get through this, man. And if anybody wants to go support and donate in any way you can, just feel free to go to his Twitter, and you'll be able to find it. And yeah, all right, well, those are my thoughts on this entire thing. Grifter slayers are being attacked. This is the price we pay when we do the work that we do. This is the risk you run. You can easily get sued and your life could be ruined. So anyway, there you guys have it. That'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.